All right, guys. New week, new dreams. Well, at least we can dream for one more day because it's an off day for the Giants. How are you? Welcome into a Monday. It's Giant Sports Talk Live. I'm Glenn, the other guy to my, well, I don't know. When you're watching this, he's over on the left. He's to my right. It's Eric. And Eric, I was at a concert last night. I left you in the lurch 2 days in a row, but it's okay. It's
all
okay
good.
because
okay.
I spent the entire day with you yesterday.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
How'd the show go in my absence? You get all kinds of guys dropping in, lots of help, and lots to talk about after the loss.
Oh yeah, you know how it is with the Giants loss, especially losing to the worst team in the National League.
Seems to be the best in the chat, though.
Oh yeah. They came in strong. I mean,
I bet.
Dedicated chat. Appreciate it. You guys bring everything to the table. It makes my job so much easier when I got guys in there bringing some great points. Love interacting, and of course, we had to touch on the baseball game. They said the bright spot of the game was being able to meet everyone, and that was the best part of the whole game.
Have you get the picture? I think there was a picture op or a photo op that was yesterday.
Yeah, matter of fact,
there's 4 or 5 guys. A couple of guys didn't get in the picture; they had already left. But I think we got 4 or 5 of the guys in the picture with us.
Yep. As a matter of fact, there we go. Yeah, how about that?
Oh, that is
check it out.
That is one motley crew right there.
I said that. I can't remember. I said something to that effect. But yeah, there we go, man.
And the guy who's the 50-50 seller, like the usher there, he's actually one of the guys in the chat.
Yeah, Justin Kerwin. Yeah.
I was waiting for him to come over and say, you guys will have to, you can't congregate, you got to move. And he's like,
got Robbie Dizzle in the middle. You got Heckmo between me and Robbie.
Hey, there's Heckmo.
Yep. Yeah, it was good, man. It was good.
Robbie is a great contributor. Robert, he sends me messages during the week, keeps me abreast of if something happens in the world of Giants baseball, something, a guy trips over a shoelace at AA, he goes, Glenn, this just in. He knows and he knows people.
Yeah, he does.
Robert's got friends everywhere. Well, you had a great day, I believe, yesterday. What was your thoughts on spending an afternoon at Oracle Park?
That was a great time, man. That was, like I said, it was great. We met the guys from the chat. Was able to meet you and your wife Bernice, and then we sat in the stands, enjoyed the game, even though the game was the kind of the worst part of the whole day. But we were talking to everyone in the stands. It was just a good time. I had a really good time.
That's great. You made new fans. Yeah. You made new friends and fans yesterday. You're like, hey, you like the Giants? You talk more than me, Eric. I couldn't believe it. I said, Bernice, I think he's got me beat. I said, when he dies, they're going to have to beat his mouth to death with it. Yeah. Did you mention on the show last night, a quick review, Giants lose to the worst team. And I'm often asking people now, who really is the worst team in the league? But that's for another day.
That's for another
day. You mentioned that we had an opportunity early. We let opportunities slip away. 3 hit batters in
I said that. You had the starting pitcher. The first 2 innings hits 3 batters, and the Giants couldn't do much. It's like, yeah, sure. The Giants scored 5 runs, which is good. And you think with a Logan Webb start, that's going to get it done. But Logan Webb wasn't Logan Webb. He allowed 8 hits, 6 earned runs, only 4 strikeouts. Yeah. He went 6 innings, but he just wasn't the same. And, the rest is history. They just couldn't outscore the Marlins of all teams, 7-5. That was unfortunately they lost yesterday afternoon. But again, it was a good experience. So I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take the loss.
What they say, Eric, it is
what it is.
And what it is
what it is.
It's not good. All right, let's take a look at what's going on today. After a 7-5 loss, Giants will have the day off, but there's a busy day again today, Eric.
Yeah, you would think on the major holidays, 4th of July, Labor Day, you have a little bit more, but there's only a few games. Usually you got a bigger card, but
I would say it's a fair amount. And you're going to get some early baseball earlier in the day, some afternoon games, and they'll get those out of the way. I think there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 or 5 that'll be evening games here for us in the Bay Area to catch.
Correct.
Let's start things off this morning at 11:11 a.m. 11:11 St. Louis, and they're playing Milwaukee. What's going on?
Yeah, St. Louis at Milwaukee. It's going to be Andre Palante versus Freddie Peralta. Giants faced him. He was tough against the Giants. He did pretty good. So we'll see how the Cardinals face again. They're in the hunt I'm not mistaken. They're ahead of the Giants. And yeah, maybe we'll see what they could do here in the month of September. This is it. But hey, we got to talk about that. This is September now 2nd. But this is it, man. This is the last month of baseball as far as regular season is concerned. Then we get into the postseason. So let's see what teams rise to the occasion. And we'll see if St. Louis is one of them.
That's right. Chicago in Baltimore. And from all of us in San Francisco, happy holiday to you guys in Baltimore who are tuned in. Chris Flexen will be on the hill for Chicago. Corbin Burns, who's 12-7 with a tidy 323 earned run average. 80 degrees, beautiful holiday Monday, an afternoon game, 12:05 in Baltimore.
Yep, and you got the Cleveland Guardians facing off against the Kansas City. Well, they're facing off again. They just had a series against each other. Well, looks like
that one was over in Cleveland, but it's a great day for holiday baseball in Kansas City.
There you go. So this they get at it again at 1:10 p.m. Pacific. You got Gavin Williams going for Cleveland and Michael Wacha for Kansas City.
The ageless wonder on the hill, 3-4, not what he used to be, Eric. Justin Verlander, the right-hander for Houston. Julian Aguilar. Did I say that right? Aguilar?
I think it's Aguilar.
He's 1-0, but a 6.
Or Aguilar.
How's a guy 1-0 and a 6.43 ERA, Eric?
I don't know.
I don't know. Mysteries of baseball.
Yep.
80 degrees, light wind, sunny, beautiful day today in Cincinnati as the Reds host Justin Verlander and the Houston Astros. Who's Verlander's wife? Isn't he married to some famous actress?
I don't even know, to be honest.
I'll find out.
You're asking a
lot. All right, that's the game today, and it goes down 110.
And then you got this will be a good game. Probably. Let's see. This will probably be the best game out of the card today. Right? We'll say the schedule. Today's schedule. You got the Dodgers, the last game of the series against Arizona here. This is the 4th game. You got the Jack Flaherty going against Eduardo Rodriguez for the Diamondbacks. Should be a good game. Arizona was able to win that 3rd game. So let's see if they can get the split. But yeah, should be a fun game in Arizona.
Detroit at San Diego, Mr. Undecided.
For Detroit. I swear, every single one of the pitchers is undecided for Detroit, man, except for Skubal.
You know what? That you're bang on, Eric. Every day. If it ain't Skubal, it's undecided.
Yep.
Joe Musgrove gets the nod for San Diego today. Padres are in a playoff push, and we'll take a look at the standings in a minute. But Detroit, San Diego, the odds makers have San Diego, obviously, the favorite. But it's baseball. Check on that tonight's show.
Yep. Minnesota Twins facing off against the Tampa Bay Rays in Tampa Bay. You got Simon, or is it Simon? I'll say Simon Woods Richardson. Bases again. Hey, former Giant Jack Littell. Should be an interesting game there in Tampa Bay. You know, Minnesota, they'll get into the playoffs, but Tampa Bay, they're pretty much out of it. So, yeah, that gets underway almost 4 p.m. This afternoon.
If we're ever on a game show, Eric, and it's Major League Pitchers, you can be on the other team. It's Simeon.
It is a Simeon.
Simeon Woods Richardson. So you were 0-2. You had 2 ties there, Eric.
Oh, my God. Did I say Simon?
I got an easy matchup here. Logan Gilbert and Osvaldo Bido. It's Seattle and Oakland, 4:07 this afternoon. Gilbert, not a bad pitcher. Bido, up-and-comer. Going to be a good game over in Oakland. I'm not going to attend that one. It's a holiday, Eric. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy a day because we were in the sun yesterday.
I got toasty.
Maybe catch that one on the television. That will be on Bay Area, California, NBC, California today. In the Bay Area at 4:07.
All right, and then you got Boston Red Sox facing off against the New York Mets, who are only, well, we'll find out. I don't want to give it away. You'll see how many games are behind Atlanta. So just wait. We'll cover the standings here in a minute. But this game is going to be on ESPN Plus. Afternoon game. You got the Brian Bello going against the proverbial ace of the Mets, Luis Severino. He didn't have a very good outing, if I'm not mistaken, his last outing. I think he faced the Padres, I believe. But we'll see what he does. Again, Mets are in the thick of it for that 3rd wild card.
Any Chicago Cub fans in here this morning? Chicago Cubs are playing on this holiday Monday, an early evening game over in Chicago. That means a 4:40 start in the Bay Area. Jamison Talon will be on the hill. Somebody honking at me. How you doing? 9-8 record, 3.85 ERA. Jared Jones, I'm serious. He scared me for a minute. Jared Jones back from injury, a couple of games in now. He's getting his footing again. 5-7, 3.88 ERA. Game at Wrigley Field, a little cooler in Chicago in the evening, 70 degrees. And it's going to be a nice night for baseball there. That one is only being shown on television locally, but it's Jones and Talon, Pittsburgh at Chicago.
Nice. And Chicago won big again yesterday. Again, they're in the hunt as well. New York Yankees going up against the Texas Rangers in Texas. Got the ace, Garrett Cole, going up against, Texas got the same pitcher as Detroit, undecided.
They're related.
They're related. Yeah, I think they are.
San Francisco Giants, they've got the day off today, Eric. I guess they'll be doing some, would you say, proverbial soul searching, if you will. They had a rough weekend against the Miami Marlins. So the Giants, they're at home with Kyle Harrison on the hill up against Arizona tomorrow in a 6:45 start. Now, after the weekend, Eric, it's time for our Monday morning look at the wild card race, and I don't think it's very pretty.
Yeah. Not going to be pretty. Arizona Diamondbacks still holding on to that first position. San Diego Padres in the second. Braves still holding to the third, but barely. Because as I said when we were talking about the schedule, New York Mets, only one game.
Well, Eric, one game out, but where the hell have the Cubs come from?
Exactly. I was going there next. They're in the thick of it. Remember, it was only a week ago where the Giants were about 3 games out from that third wild card, right? Now look at the Chicago Cubs. Look at this. And hey, let's finish this. Cardinals 5 games out. And then look where the Giants, they're now 6.5. I think they've been sitting at about 6.5 for the last couple
and with the tiebreaker, almost 8 games out, Eric.
Now let's look at this. Look at the last 10. Giants 3-7. Cardinals
That's what ball club you got
4. Look at the Cubs 9-1.
There you go.
7-3 for the Mets.
There's your 3 games.
And then 6-4 for the top 3. I mean, they're looking at 1-6 in a row. The Cubs, they are on fire. And again, look at the run differential. The cream is rising to the top. Those with the negative differential are starting to fall by the wayside. And
the Reds, we said it in other shows, the Reds are an anomaly at a +11.
Yeah,
some guys are able to steal bases. Some guy over there by the name of De La Cruz. So they're manufacturing some runs, but not winning games.
Yep.
Hope you gave me credit where credit
I did.
was due.
I said
there were series, and I wasn't comfortable about Sunday.
I said that with Snell and Webb going in the series that they're going to win the series, but I was wrong. You were right.
As usual. By the way, earlier in the show, I asked you about Justin Verlander, Eric.
Yes.
Justin Verlander. When he was with the Detroit Tigers, he began dating a beautiful, a lovely lady, blonde girl, beautiful lady. That particular date led to an engagement, 2016. And then in November of 2017, Verlander in Tuscany, Italy. Married to Kate Upton.
Okay.
Famous model.
But guess what?
Kate Upton.
But do they got a Buster Posey Funko Pop?
Oh, is it that? We usually do that in the evenings, Eric. It's show and tell. What'd you get?
Look at that. But does Verlander have one of these? Come on.
Does Verlander have one?
No, I don't know. He doesn't. You know who does? This guy right here. This guy has one of these. I think someone else has it too.
Is it a 1 of 1 though?
Not a 1 of 1. It's a 1 of 20,000. Yeah, there you go.
I got my Buster hug.
You know what? Verlander doesn't have one of those either.
Yeah. No, that's right. Listen, buddy, we've made it when you and I get our own bobblehead.
Absolutely.
Guys, check your local listings. I'm not sure. I'll have to check with management. I'm not sure what time the show is on. Eric, you and I at 7 p.m. tonight have got fantasy football draft.
Oh, the draft. I forgot all about that.
What time is our show? There's no Giants game, so we can go on pretty much whenever.
Hey, it's our show. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, that's right. It's our show. Why don't we do the show? Let's see, 7, 8,
maybe 8:30.
I think it'd be 9. Oh, we're not going to do the draft in an hour and a half.
Yeah, May. It depends.
Let's aim for 9 p.m. start, guys. 9 o'clock start of the show, and we'll let you know. We'll pop in or something, let you know if it's going to be preempted any longer. Because those drafts,
Michael Roeder,
pretty wild, especially when Will B is the commissioner. All hell,
Michael Roeder. Michael Roeder, 9 p.m. tonight. Just so you
Michael
know, because he watches in the morning. Michael Roeder, 9 p.m. tonight.
Yeah, but the guy carries a stopwatch. You guys come on here 1 minute late.
He does, man. He doesn't mess around.
Doesn't
mess around. That's good, man. He's
all right. 9 p.m. after fantasy draft. If this draft goes anything like my baseball, it's going to be a complete cluster mess, Eric. So I'm looking forward to doing a show with you by then.
Yeah, it should be fun.
See you tonight, guys. No Giants baseball, but Eric and I will be on the air right here, Giant Sports Talk Live. You can catch us on X and on the YouTube. See you then, Eric.
All right. See you tonight, Glenn. And we'll see the rest of you tonight as well. See you.
Happy holiday.